Landover, Maryland AP. Kirk Cousins threw for 365 yards and 3 touchdowns. Chris Thompson had 188 all-purpose yards and a score. The Washington Redskins sacked Derek Carr 4 times and held the Oakland Raiders to 128 yards in a dominating 27-10 victory on Sunday night. Cousins was a spectacular 25 of 30, including TD passes to Thompson, Vernon Davis and a 52-yarder to Josh Doctson. Thompson had 150 yards receiving and 38 yards rushing, joining Jamal Charles as the only running backs to put up 150 yards receiving against the Raiders' 21 since they moved to Oakland in 1995. Thompson was again a difference maker and has 4 of Washington's 7 offensive touchdowns this season. The Redskins' 21, who piled up 472 yards, improved to 46 in primetime games under coach Jay Gruden and tied the Philadelphia Eagles for first place in the NFC East. Under pressure all night, Carr was 19 of 31 for 118 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Carr had thrown 112 consecutive passes before being picked off by Monty Nicholson on his second play of the game. Oakland's rushing offense, which came in ranked 5th in the NFL, managed just 32 yards. Oakland 0 FER. The Raiders went 0 of 11 on third down as part of their anemic offensive effort. Their 47 first of yards were their fewest since Week 14 against Denver in 2015, according to ESPN Stats Info. Oakland's only touchdown, a 21-yard pass from Carr to Jared Cook, came after the Redskins' Jamison Crowder muffed the punt return, and the Raiders recovered at the Washington 18. The Raiders had scoring drives of 18 and 8 yards. Redskins sack masters. The Redskins' defensive front dominated the Raiders' offensive line for much of the games. Preston Smith and Ryan Kerrigan each had a solo sack and rookie Jonathan Allen was in on 2, with Junior Galette and Matt Ioannidis. It was the most sacks of Carr since the 2015 finale against Kansas City 6. Anthem protest. Washington's Dan Snyder followed the lead of a handful of other owners by linking arms with his players on the sideline during the national anthem. 7 Redskins players kneeled. Tight ends Jordan Reed and Niles Paul, receivers Jamison Crowder, Josh Doctson and Brian Quick, and linebackers Chris Carter and Ryan Anderson. A vast majority of Raiders players sat on the bench arm in arm. Carr was among those standing, along with coach Jack Del Rio. Injuries. Raiders WR Michael Crabtree left with a chest injury. CB Sean Smith returned from a neck injury and was beaten down the field by Davis and others. Redskins Reed Chestrip, RB Rob Kelly rib, and LB Mason Foster shoulder were all inactive. RB Samaje Perine injured his hand on the play he fumbled in the fourth quarter. OT Tynesek suffered a groin injury. Quotable Raiders LT Donald Penn to NBC on President Donald Trump's comments about anthem protests. I think it's just going to start a domino effect. I think it's going to start a lot more protests, a lot more guys are going to start taking knees, a lot more guys are going to start sitting through the national anthem, because he's basically calling us out. Up next, Raiders visit the Denver Broncos in an AFC West matchup Sunday. Redskins visit the 30 Kansas City Chiefs on Monday, October 2nd.